Hello and welcome to this lesson on although. Make sure, as always, to stick around to the end of the lesson to download the free Fluency pack. And as always, hit the thumbs up button if you like this lesson. Let's head to the PowerPoint now and get this lesson started. Hello and welcome to this lesson on although. Let's learn exactly how to use this grammar structure and make yourself sound more fluent in English. Let's dive straight into some examples. So I want you to listen and read these examples first, and then I will explain exactly what they mean. So, although it rained a lot in London, we enjoyed our trip. So there's the first example. And notice there's some difference between the first part of the sentence and the second part. It's like a positive and a negative. Let's look at the next example. Although I earned lots of money, I didn't enjoy my job. So again, you can see a pattern, a positive and a negative. So what does although mean? Well, simply we use although to contrast ideas, similar to but. So for example, although it rained a lot in London, we enjoyed our trip. We are contrasting the ideas. So it rained a lot in London, which was bad, but we enjoyed our trip. So it's almost like a negative and a positive. So this sentence really means it rained a lot in London, but we enjoyed our trip. So using although is just a different way to structure the sentence, but it makes yourself sound more fluent. It's different to but. So this is how we show the contrast using although. We have a positive and a negative usually. So let's look at the first one. Although I earned lots of money, this is a great thing, right? It's a positive. The negative is I didn't enjoy my job. So you can see we've used although at the beginning of the sentence with the positive part. Let's look at the second example in this table. Although the movie was excellent, positive, it was very long, negative. Next one. Although I really like John, positive, sometimes his actions are wrong, negative. And the last one. Although the restaurant is fantastic, it's so expensive. So you can see we've got good things and bad things in the one sentence. And usually the second part of the sentence is the main focus. So this is what you really want to communicate, the negative part. But it doesn't have to be positive first. You can put the positive at the end of the sentence like this. And again, the second part is the main focus, your main feeling. So for example, let's look at the first one. The negative, although it rained a lot in London, we enjoyed our trip. So the second part, we enjoyed our trip, is the speaker's main feeling. It did rain a lot, but that doesn't matter. We enjoyed our trip. This is the main focus. Let's look at the second example. Although I usually hate burgers, negative, this one tastes really good, positive. Third one. Although Patrick is sometimes scary, negative, he is actually a very good man, positive. And finally, although our team always loses, we never stop supporting. So in this one, you can see the positive is the main focus. Let's look at some more examples to make everything very, very clear for you. Although I injured my leg, I continued to play and scored a goal. Now, I want you to notice which part of the sentence is negative and which is positive. Well, if you look at it, the first part is quite negative. I injured my leg. I hurt my leg. But the second part is positive. So the speaker wants you to focus on the second part and say, wow, well done. You scored a goal. Fantastic. Here's another example. Although Mike hates swimming, he came to the pool and really enjoyed himself. So this is a similar structure. The negative part is first. Mike hates swimming. But the positive part, he came to the pool and he had fun. Let's have a look at this one. Although we like hot and sunny weather, it was like an oven in Spain. So have a look which part is positive and which part is negative. Well, this one is the other way round. The positive comes first. We like hot and sunny weather. The negative part is it was like an oven in Spain. Like an oven means too hot, very, very hot. So that's negative. So let's look at this important thing that you should remember. You can also use although in the middle of a sentence. It doesn't always have to be at the beginning like I've showed you. You can use it in the middle like this. I didn't eat any food although I was very hungry. Let's look at some more examples of using although in the middle of a sentence. Andrew went to work today, although he was feeling very unwell. So Andrew went to work. That's quite a positive thing. You know, he went to work. The second part is the negative. He was feeling very unwell. James got an A+ on the exam. Positive. Although he didn't study at all. Negative. So it's a contrast of ideas. Now here's a bonus tip for you. You can also use though and even though with the same meaning as although. So you can use these three words or three phrases to have the same meaning. Here's an example. So you can use though or even though or although. I was extremely tired. I couldn't sleep at all. So you have a choice of these three phrases or words. Though, even though, or although. And the second one, you can use them all in the middle of a sentence too. I didn't pass the exam, though, even though, or although. I studied really hard. So you can use these new words in exactly the same way, in the beginning or in the middle. Let's look at some more examples. Even though it was raining heavily, we went outside to play. So again, even though it was raining heavily is quite negative. We went outside to play. Positive. And notice I've used even though. We could also use although or though. John is still hungry, even though he ate a huge plate of food. Though fast food is unhealthy, it tastes so delicious. This is my favorite one. Michael beat me at tennis, though he had never played before. Right, let's look at some things that you should remember when using although. Remember to use although to show a contrast of ideas, positive, negative. Usually, the last part of the sentence is the stronger feeling, the main feeling of the sentence. You can use it at the beginning or in the middle of a sentence. And instead of although, you can also use even though or though in the same way. What should you do now? Well, first of all, download the Fluency Pack for this lesson. Secondly, listen to the MP3 as much as you can. Third, read the PDF transcript as much as you can. Both of these are included in the free Fluency Pack. And finally, you will upgrade your English level very, very easily. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next lesson.